So, good morning or good evening or good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for watching DevRel Asia 2020 interview session. I'm Atsushi, mainly organizer of the conference. And in this time, I will introduce our awesome speakers and chat with them about their talk in 15 minutes. Today's guest is Patrick CS Fan at beNovelty. Welcome, Patrick. Hi, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. Yep. Hello. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. And you?
Yeah. Thanks for invitations. Yep.
Oh, no problem. So, we already talked with you about the API Live Day Hong Kong. So it's a very big and very great conference, I think. So.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. It was also the first time we do the regional API conference in Hong Kong. So this is our yeah.
Yeah, I see. So I want to know about the conference. So because it's an online conference and I have no knowledge yet. So, but right now, at first I want to know about you. So please introduce yourself or your career. So what is your favorite technology, food, movies, or your hobby, anything. So please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks for invitations, and it's my honor to going to speak in the DevRel Asia 2020. So I'm Patrick Fan. So I'm from Hong Kong. I am currently a staff founder for 5 years. We are running an API startup called beNovelty. We are mainly focusing on the API innovations. In the past years, we are helping the community to adopt the API innovation in banks, insurance, even healthcare and education sector, because we believe that with API, we can accelerate the innovation much better. And talking about API community, it is also developer focus. So that's also why we have some experience on the developer experience and relationship as well. So talking about myself, before I founded this company, I was working in IBM for 10 years. And in 2014, I go to United States to help to do some thought leadership article called Webbooks. So basically, I'm also a tech guy. I actually joined IBM as an IT specialist trainee, as an engineer, and then I slowly become a consultant and also a thought leader in API and cloud perspective. So talking about my personal interests, I'm more on the technology side. So I generally cook quite some developer projects, and when I was young, also work on some open source projects and work with different kind of developer from the world to contribute the open source community as well. Yeah.
I see. So I want to know about what type of API technology is favorite in Hong Kong, like fintech or IoT or blockchains or anything.
Okay, so I would say API is just like a channel or some connector or bridge to exchange data. So in Hong Kong, it is a financial focused industry. So recently, there's quite a lot of financial brainstorming on how can we do better open innovation in banking, insurance areas. But it was starting in 2018. It's still under a hot discussion because it also involves some regulation stuff. stuff. But I think before that, we are also having some hotel and tourism API innovations, healthcare innovation, etc. Happening in Hong Kong. So the community is now growing up. So that's why we built the first API days this year, and with thousands of people joining. So it's still in early stage compared with in the Western country, but the trend is now ramping up.
I see. Oh, I think in Japan's enterprise company or many banks that could try to prepare the API right now. So I think Hong Kong is more faster. I see.
I always think that in APAC, we are all actually try to shadow some of the trend and then with our localizations. So I do aware that in Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, Korea, also Australia is also catching up the open banking trend. Then there's still quite some different kind of regulation concerns. And that's also come to our challenge talking about the developer relationship because, for example, just like me, we are very good in technical things, technical specifications. But when we are hitting the regulations, we still need to have some domain expertise or awareness training so that they can do the thing right, not only in the technology perspective, but also in the domain perspective.
I see. So, and your company, beNovelty, provide to the consulting services of API, right?
Yeah, actually, our company we provide a wide range of services, mainly focused on the API business development. So first, we provide some high-end API consultants to help some enterprise to transform. Just like in Hong Kong, we got a company from Western Group, distribution group, or even healthcare company help them to do API strategy. We also have some tool and also some assets to help people to faster develop per API. But our main focus is actually in our third and fourth one. Third is we have a cloud-based API platform to help people to host the API and then try to penetrate to different market. And the fourth one is helping to do the API ecosystem and community in Hong Kong. So we make the focus of the end-to-end on the API ecosystem.
I see. And what type of programming language are using in Hong Kong developers?
Oh, okay. I think talking about language, it's very diverse. Western state. I think in the old day or in the enterprise, they are still heavily using maybe Java Enterprise, J2EE, etc. But for the modern cloud-based or cloud-native tooling, the people may be using Python, Node.js, or whatever they are familiar with. So I can really see that the serverless and microservice architecture is really embracing. So people has a less and less concern on a specific framework so that we can put everything together. That's also the amazing thing of API. So you don't really care about what language behind the API as long as it's the work as expected.
I see. Okay, so we will move to the next topic about your talk. So your talk is why developer experience matter is building effective API ecosystems. It's very interesting about our API ecosystem is very difficult to building and spread the awareness to developer, I think. So please introduce your talk and talk about abstract or summary, please.
Oh, okay. So this is also some practical experience for myself as well. So people and even business, they want to build their own enterprise ecosystem. And maybe people like from Hong Kong, they are focused on the business use cases. They spend a lot of time to see whether the use cases can do the break even, etc. So, but when you are talking about ecosystem, you have to collaborate with different people. So you have different stakeholder. So when we are going to the API ecosystem, the stakeholder is no longer business people, but also developer. So even though you have a very good services, how can you better embrace the developer? How can you assist them to have a self-serve mechanism, better understanding on the flow? There's a lot of things that we really need to pay attention. Just like maybe a lot of people have the developer portal or API document, but how easy those documents can be served as the promotion material within the tech company. So there's a lot of know-how and also lessons learned from that. Especially when people from enterprise in the old day, they have some paper-based document. They send the document full email and then arrange another meeting to walk through that. This is not as efficient when we are trying to build a larger API developer ecosystem, because it involves thousands of people from the world in different languages. They talk maybe in English, Cantonese, Japanese, etc. So we need to have a unified method to help to penetrate and promote the vision and also the core capability of the API. So that's why we really highlight that developer experience is one of the things that, especially in Asia, maybe even in Hong Kong, is highly overlooked at this moment. So we do a lot of work to promote in the local regions. So we try to summarize some of our findings and then try to share and also exchange in the conference, and then also see how can we do better, not only in Hong Kong but also in the APAC countries.
I see, and I have some question about your talks. How long do you need time or schedule to launch the APIs?
Okay, if talking about APIs, I would say it this way. API is one of the method or package to help to expose your digital service or offering to the others. You should consider API as a product. So basically, we still need to go through the typical design thinking approach. So what is the target audience of this product? What kind of flexibility or capacity they are looking for. So if we are talking about this coverage, it may involve longer and also some domain expertise or try and error, etc. But once you get the API as a product, the MVP is working. If you go to the market, it is pretty quick, maybe 3 to 4 months, and including the entire deployment, testing, and all those the basic API launching campaign. And then this is not the end; it is just the starting of the program. So you are having the basic thing launching. How you can ensure that you monitor the developers' feedback? How can you improve that? How can you connect to the different ecosystem? So this is an ongoing effort. So it may last till maybe 1 or 2 years before it's really very outperforming.
I see. So it's I'm 100% agree. So because there are so many APIs that doesn't use anyone's, like I call it a zombie API. So how to promote the API to developers?
Okay. So what you mentioned is just like a digital ocean atmosphere that we said is 90% is okay. People know that Google well, Microsoft well, so they go there to look for the APIs. But there's still a lot of localized API, maybe more cost effective, more localized for use cases. So there's a lot of challenge for this kind of API to promote. So and also the resources concern. So how to provide how to do the API promotion to developer? I would say you still need to do the groundworks. So you need to talk to the community. You need to interact with them. Try to proactively get the feedback, or even doing some online monitoring approach. Just like how many people is checking my API document, and then which pages they are actually stopping on, and then they are not able to proceed further. And another typical thing, just like what we did in Hong Kong, is the API Days event. So we gather thousands of people and try to promote what kind of API we're having, and then we do a healthy questionnaire and also follow-up activities, so that to understand their concern, why you are not going to use this kind of API, and then we need to do it progressively. So if some of the API is really cultural specific, you still need to do the basic groundwork within your regions.
I see. So I strongly recommend the company who has zombie APIs have to listen your talk.
Yes, okay. Yes, we are really enjoy talking to different kind of people, and we also got some people from Malaysia, Singapore, and Australia to see how they can penetrate the API in Hong Kong, and we also have some company to want to export the API out of Hong Kong as well. So we are really happy to talk to you guys if you are interested in these areas.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. You have a great career of developer relations, and I can't wait. I can't wait to listen your talk. So I hope you also will enjoy the DevRel Asia 2020. So thank you again.
Yeah,
And,
thank you. Thanks for the invitation as well.
Yeah. So in this time, interview is done, and our conference, DevRel Asia, will be held on the November 14th. Everyone save the date and waiting the day. So, and the next interview is 2 a.m. UTC on tomorrow, on today, with Shotaro Suzuki in Japanese. Okay, everyone, and see you next interview. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I.